Today is an awesome day. We get to make ourselves go and scuba diving. Ooh, so much fun. What would you like to see underwater? I think I'd like to see a shark, but not get too close. They're kind of fascinating to me. Or if I had a choice, I might see some really, really colorful fish. I might like that too, a little safer. Okay, first let's listen to a girl who went scuba diving and her story of how she had to learn about the water before she was able to go in the ocean. Okay, let's get started.
Hi guys, I'm Farice, and today I'm going to show you something really cool you can do on vacation, going on a resort dive. Kids as young as 10 can try diving, and it's a really fun experience to have. Me and my mom recently went on a dive trip in Cuba, and it was really fun. Let me show you what it's like. We started our day in the pool getting used to the gear. They told us from the start that if I couldn't handle the equipment in the pool, that I wouldn't be able to go on the dive. The instructor held my tank and took me around to get me used to the sensation of breathing under the water. That was really cool. Then I had to fill up my mask with water and clear it. My mom thought this would be difficult for me, but it was super easy. Then we did buddy breathing, which was when I had to give my second regulator to the instructor. And that was it. My instructor was impressed that I took to the equipment so fast. After I passed the initial tests, he gave me some time to swim around the pool on my own to get used to the equipment without someone guiding me.
A little bit nervous, really excited.
Finally, we were off to the boat. I couldn't wait to go on my first dive. Luckily, I didn't have to carry my gear to the boat because it was really heavy.
So, Grace is about to go on her very first scuba dive. How are you feeling?
Really, really excited.
As you can see, she can't stop jumping around in the water. She's pretty excited. I'm pretty proud of her for trying.
Once we were at our dive spot, the captain of the boat helped me off to a waiting instructor. The instructor helped me put on my tank in the water. Then he helped me with my first descent, making sure I went down slowly. He checked my gear to make sure everything was okay. Then we were off. The great thing was, we weren't that deep, so if I needed to, I could easily go up to the surface. Being able to try scuba diving was so cool. Being down at the same level of the coral and being able to look into the nooks and crannies to see what sea creatures you could see was an amazing experience. Trying this with your kids. It's now an amazing memory I will have for the rest of my life. Thanks, Mom.
Okay, let's get started with our scuba diver self-portrait. So much fun. Okay, start with your paper vertically and try to find the middle of your paper and then go over just a tiny bit. So there's my middle. Go over just a little bit and make a small circle. We're going to start off with our eyes. So just make a small circle, just about that size. And then we're going to make 2 little circles inside. And these are hot spots or the highlights of our eyes. So just like that, and then we're going to do one on the bottom. And then if you're using your Sharpie or your black crayon, go ahead and color the middle of your eye in with that dark black color, just like that. Now take 3 fingers, put it at the end of your first circle, and go make another circle for your eye. And don't worry if it's not perfect, it'll be just fine. We're going to do the same thing for our other eye. And again, don't forget your 2 hot spots to show your highlight and color that middle in just like you did before. There we go, just like that. Now we're going to make another circle around our eyes that just kind of, it's like it's hugging it a little bit. So you want to make a small little circle around the circle you just made, and that's going to be the iris or the color of your eye. So hug it, but don't touch it. Just around like that, small little part, and do the same thing to the other side. There we go. Now the final step to our eyes, we're going to make kind of like a backward C. Start at the top of your circle you just made and go around and down, and you'll see it's not a full circle. Do the same thing on the other eye, but on the opposite side. So that side looks like a C, the other side looks like a backward C. But you'll see that's not a full circle. And I'm going to make some eyelashes here. You can if you want to, you don't have to. Again, this is your self-portrait. You do what you want to do. Okay, now let's make the goggles. Make a curved line right above the eyes. And go over just a little bit, and we're going to make 2 lines straight down, and I kind of am curving them inward just a tiny bit. And find the middle of your eyes and put a dot. We're going to make our goggles, and go diagonal up one side of your eye and diagonal up another. And now we're going to touch that dot you just made, and it's kind of like a big curved, almost like a rainbow, the start of a rainbow. There, that's the start of our goggles. Now make another line that follows that. If you have room, if you don't have room to go outside, put your other line on the inside of what you just made. I had room to go on the outside, but some of you may have to go on the inside, and that's just fine. So make sure you have 2 lines. Okay, good job. Now I'm going to make little texture marks on either side, both sides of my goggle, just like that. Okay, now I'm going to make a tiny little oval nose. Almost cartoon-like. Got a tiny little oval nose. Okay, and now we're going to make an upside down U. It kind of looks like I'm frowning, but it's not. This is the beginning of the breathing part of our scuba mask. So I have a frowning face, and then I'm going to go up like a big, huge J. Go all the way up past your goggles and stop, maybe 2 finger lengths. Doesn't really matter. Now we're going to connect it, kind of like a big fat J. Make sure the space in between is the same. Do the best you can and seal off that shape. Make 2 lines up, seal that shape off, and do it one more time. Good job. That's a lot of work. Now make a line right above where your J started and a line down. And it's going to look like that mouthpiece is going behind your J that you just made. And that's what that shows what we're space, the element of space. And I'm going to get a smiley face on the back of that as well. So it looks like that breathing tube is in front of my mouth. Okay, good job. Now we're going to work on our ears. So put 2 ears on both sides of your goggles. And now the bottom of your goggles, we're going to make the bottom of our face or our chin. So we're going to go down. And again, this is going to show that it's going behind our mouthpiece. So I have imaginary line through it, and we're going to connect just like that. So it's all one piece, but we're showing space by stuff being in front of each other. Now make your forehead line right above your goggles. Now you can make your eyebrows. Remember, you can make frowny, you can make happy eyebrows. Your eyebrows will show you the expression you want to make on your face. I am smiling, so I'm going to have kind of neutral eyebrows, not too crazy. And I don't know about you, but when I go swimming, my hair is crazy, it goes all over the place. So we want to start at our ears, and we want to do a whole bunch of zigzag lines. Now again, if you have short hair, long hair, whatever hair you have, make it look like it's going crazy in that water. And we want to make it go behind your mouthpiece, just like I did there. So I have a whole bunch of zigzag lines all around, starting at the top of my ears. Okay, at the bottom, we're going to line up with our eyes, and we're going to make 2 lines down for our neck. Just like that. And our shoulders, we're going to make a line going, kind of looks like it's going off the page, and that is okay. We're going to work on our bathing suit now. So my shoulders are going off, and I'm going to make a big, huge U for the neck of my bathing suit. If you're making yourself, if you're a boy, you may not see your swim trunks, and that's okay. Or if you want to make a swim shirt, that's okay too. You can see I made 2 diagonal, kind of like, another little U's on the side for the armpits. And I'm going to decorate my bathing suit. You can decorate it any way you want. I'm going to do diagonal lines, but you can do zigzags, whatever you want. Just make sure you decorate it. Okay, now let's make a couple fish. I'm going to show you an easy way to make it. So make his eye just like you made your eyes, but we're going to have one hot spot at the top. Color that in. If you know how to make a different fish, you go right ahead. You do whatever you want. Make as many fish as you want. So kind of like a rainbow on top of him, a V for the mouth, and an upside down rainbow for his bottom. And then kind of 2 V's connecting. And then just a little tiny fin and some little texture marks. There, an easy fish. I'm going to make some little tiny bubbles and another fin for him. There you go. And I think I'll make one more fish. You can make as many, as little as you want. Now what I want you to do is I want you to go through and I want you to color everything except the background. If you're not going to do our little bubble printing trick that I'm showing you, you can go ahead and color the background with the crayon. But come back to me before you do any kind of background color. You can color your fish, color everything on your person, on yourself, Make your hair, make your skin tone, everything, and then come back to me. Now for this next part, I want you to make sure you have your parent permission. Again, parents' permission. If you do not have the supplies, please just do it with a crayon or a watercolor. But what I have here is I have a little bit of water with some dish soap, just like you wash your dishes, and some blue food coloring. You can use blue, purple, green, anything you have, or your parents will let you. You're going to squirt that blue food coloring in there. I also have a straw here. I'm going to stir my water with my straw, and I'm going to blow out. Do not blow in like you're drinking a drink. Blow out, because you don't want a mouthful of soapy, gross water. Ugh. So you're going to blow out. You're going to make some bubbles. Try not to overflow it. See, my bubbles there are blue. I'm going to take your paper and you're going to gently put it on top of your bubbles. And then you're going to blow again. And you're going to fill up your whole entire paper, even over the stuff you colored. And what that's doing is it's making little bubble marks. And you'll see it takes us several times. Remember to blow out. It's kind of hard to remember. And you're going to gently press it all on there. You can see I have bubble marks all over. It looks like I'm in the ocean. I just zoom in a little bit. Let me show you again. And you can see I have a piece of paper underneath. It gets really messy. In fact, if it was a nice day, you could totally do this outside. But it's not nice today. It's really cold. So just be really careful if you have your parents' permission to do this. Again, big bubbles, and I'm going all over my paper. And it just makes a really neat look, like that you are really in the ocean. All these bubbles are all around you. So this is called bubble print making. So again, if you don't have these supplies, no worries. Just use your crayon, add some bubbles with your crayons, or use your watercolors that you have and do a nice background. If you can do this, great. But again, you want parents' permission. I'm going to gently put it all on there, and we're going to wait for it all to dry. And as always, we are going to sign it. I hope you had fun. I can't wait to see all of your self-portraits. That was sure fun being scuba divers with you. Until next time, friends. Bye-bye.